everybody, today we're taking a look at the Iron Man Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 4. This is Stark Disassembled. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're doing an overview of Iron Man Stark Disassembled. This is the Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 4. There you go, Volume 4, 2009 through 2010. So I've read all these before a long time ago. I haven't reread them, so my memory is a little stingy. So this is an overview for you to take a look at the book and see if you want it, if you already have these existing trades, or I believe there was some oversized hardcovers of this run, but they didn't finish it out. What's the most important thing is that this is going to finish it out in a regular trade paperback format. So this is Matt Fraction and gosh, it was the Salvador Larroca. There you go. Larroca draws every issue of this run, I believe, from my memory anyway. So this is the second volume of the Fraction Iron Man run that's collected in these Modern Era Epic collections. This is the one I'm most excited about that they've announced because this run has been underwritten, underappreciated for such a long time that I'm so excited that these are in print now. So World's Most Wanted is Volume 1 of Fraction's run. Volume 3 in the Modern Era Epic Collections is a Joe Quesada cover. But let's talk about this one. So this one picks up right after this one with issue number 20, right? And goes all the way through issue number 33, includes Iron Man Requiem, Rescue number 1, and the Free Comic Book Day 2010, which is the Iron Man and Thor issue, which again is Iron Man and Thor coming together after he cloned Thor and defeated Klor. So, all right. So from my estimate, right, if we have one in Volume 2 of the Fraction Epic Era, what is this one? Iron Man Requiem. There you go. Occurs during Invincible Iron Man number 18 while he was erasing part of his own mind. But this has like a flashback. It reprints one of these other issues. I don't know why it's not collected after 18 because it's got this framing story in and around it, but kind of bizarre. Actually, this does start with 19, so there or 20. There you go. That's why. So yeah, Stark Disassembled. This is 5 issues here, and then once you get past Stark Disassembled, you have I think it's a 12-issue storyline called Stark Resilient. And this is Rescue number 1 right here where she puts on the armor for the first time. And all this is taking place during, World's Most Wanted was, and Stark Disassembled was during Secret Invasion. Yeah. So this is during and after those events, basically. Or this book is after those events. So yeah, Salvador Larroca is basically, I think he's a good artist. I like his stuff. The coloring here is by Frank De Armada, and I think the coloring is kind of take it or leave it. You either like it or you don't. This is from, again, 2009 through 2010. So 15-year-old coloring techniques and styles, although I think Frank De Armada does similar stuff now. You know what I mean? It all still has the same glow effects. They're using Photoshop to its fullest effect. But if you've ever seen the TV show Lost, Tony Stark in this run by Salvador Larroca is literally Sawyer from Lost. Like, look at this face and go look at Lost, and you cannot tell me that that's not true. Now, yeah, it's at an angle, but look, all right. That's definitely Sawyer. Josh Holloway, I think is the actor's name, from Lost. Just with brown hair, or dark hair, right? He's not blonde. Even pull up Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. The guy that dies in the first couple minutes of that film, Tony Stark, right there. And I think at the time it was fine. We didn't want to do Robert Downey Jr., although this is definitely Robert Downey Jr.-ish, but Fraction here does some really fun things with Tony. And, he was the first guy I think that I saw in Modern Era to see like, hey, here's Reed Richards stretching his brain to think of a solution and then going, oh my, and going back down to normal size. Although Hickman was probably doing The Maker at the same time, so maybe that was already a thing. But I just turned the page and thought it was funny. So this is where we get the Stark Resilient armor. Tony's trashed his armor a couple times during the course of this book, and he's getting his mind repaired at the beginning of this after being World's Most Wanted or disassembling it. And then he restarts a new company called Stark Resilient here. This is Detroit Steel, one of the villains in this book, and this is the Resilient armor. And he has this armor, I think, for the rest of the run. And this is also the armor that he has in Bendis' Avengers during the Heroes Reborn era, so I think we're turning over into that era of Marvel continuity. But yeah, he's starting a new company, he's trying to get everything back, rebuilding himself. This is also the run I first encountered Ghost. So if you saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, that Ghost character, she's also upcoming in, Thunderbolts? I think it's a male here in this one. And that character was also in Thunderbolts at the time during the book. Here's Rescue, suiting up. Yeah, lots of fun stuff here. They're teaming up. It's a fun book. I haven't read this since it came out in single issues, so I'm really excited to read this big chunk of it here. I don't know when, but at some point in the time I will. Here's Jamie McKelvey doing some art here on this last issue. So yeah, this goes up, and here's the Free Comic Book Day issue with John Romita Jr. Fantastic job, John. And here's some variant covers here. So if you don't know this is a take on the Alex Maleev image from Civil War: The Confession. But this is done by Patrick Zurcher, who did some Iron Man art with the Knopf brothers prior to Fraction taking over. He did the first arc after Extremis, right? So here's all variant covers. Here's some designs. Just cool stuff back here. So yeah, I know, a short overview, but it's an epic collection. These modern eras have like this, it's not glossy. It's, I guess, one could call it satin. It's not newsprint or anything of that matter. But yeah, I love this run. I really like it. I think it's underrated. People don't talk about it much. I think because it's been out of print for so long, people haven't had the opportunity to read it. So I think by now they will start to, as more people read this, they'll start to appreciate it more. And then you'll hear about Matt Fraction more and more. Maybe he'll make a return to superhero comics. I don't know. He's headed up the Godzilla King of the Legacy of Monsters Monarch show on Apple TV Plus. And if you have not seen that, that's also very, very good. But I had so much fun with this run. I can't wait to reread it. Now I got 2 big chunks to read, and I'm so excited. So this gets a full recommendation from me from what I remember back in the day. Again, this is the Iron Man run that I fell in love with. Like, I think I started reading with the Knopf brothers right before Civil War, went all the way through Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and then with Matt Fraction. And then I think I jumped off when Fraction left because I was like, this is just, you can't be beat after that. And they were in the Marvel Now era and changed the armor to black and yellow and stuff like that. And I was like, that's not Iron Man. So this run, 2 thumbs way up. Go check it out. Volume 4 of the Modern Era Epic Collections, Iron Man. This is Stark Disassembled. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought of this book down below in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.